Alright, we are at Coastal Carolina University, the little 9-hole course out front. I'm just going to do one big long shot, edit it up in the end, see what happens. It is extremely cold. It was 26 degrees driving in, so you can probably see the frost on the bushes and on the ground, but we'll see how it goes. My hands are, pretty much numb, so let's see. Hole 1 is about 240 feet, pretty much straight ahead. You can see the basket down there in front of the bushes. Here, right in front of me, the tee markers. And we're going to start out by throwing Prodigy M3 400. Not bad. Pretty much dead on line right in front of the basket. I couldn't feel my fingers, so that was kind of different. Already have ice on the wheels of my cart. All right. No lie, the water on the inside rim of the disc is frozen. I think that's a first. Alright, hole 2 is about 280 feet. Straight down there to the right. You could probably see it on the right hand side. Somewhere in... I can't really see, I'm getting a glare on the camera, but somewhere in that general direction. About 280 feet, you can go straight down the middle, big hyzer around the outside, forehand around the left side, and we are playing it into the wind. So, I'm trying to warm up my hand now. I think the best play is probably a forehand. So let's give that a whirl. .400G Prodigy D4 forehand around the left, hyzer and then from the right to the left. All right, baby, come back. Well, the shot was net straight. I should have used something a little bit more overstable. So here I am. You can see my disc, and you can see the basket. I'm about 50, 60 feet away. Not a bad shot, but it turned over too far left. Never came back far enough right. So for this one, 300 Prodigy PA4, it's straighter, a little bit less stable. So for long putts, I don't have to start it out and sweep so much of a big hyzer. Alright, got an absolute ton of glide out of that shot. Wasn't really expecting that. I'm having to scratch the ice off of my discs when I'm done throwing them. When I go pick them up, they're covered nice. Hole 3. Hole 3 is about 200 feet straight. You can take the hyzer gap around the outside of these little short trees here. You can go around the left side and swing it in like with a forehand, go around the outside with a hyzer, or go right straight through the middle, which is my play. Using a 400G PA4, something that will hold the line that I put it on. I try to start it with just a teeny bit of hyzer, throw it smooth and fast, not hard, somewhere around 70%, and just see what happens. Not bad. And that's an easy birdie. Hole 4. Here's my tee pad. The basket is down there on the other side of those trees, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the distance measurement on this is like 315, 330, something like that. So there's a couple of different plays here. Probably the easiest play is you can throw a backhand straight up the middle, let it fade out to the left to give you kind of like an open up shot to the basket. You can throw a forehand or a turnover around the outside. Typically my play is forehand, but I've been working on a lot lately my turnovers, so I think I'm going to try a turnover. Try Prodigy 400 F7 on a turnover line from the outside. That's the shot. I don't know if you caught that on camera, but I hit this tree, this scraggly, dead looking tree here. It came out of my hand. There's a little bit of a headwind. Came out of my hand beautifully. Started its turnover, hit about halfway up of that tree right there, that dead tree, and dropped straight down. Had I went a little further on the outside, could have probably gotten to about 50 short. That would have been ideal. So here's the disc in the shade, of course, where all the ice is. So again, there's the basket down there on the left. This is, wow, this is 100 short. So there is no hyzer line, not unless you want to go way outside and swoop it in which case you're bringing in the chance of hitting those trees and dropping way short and blocking your putt. You can go forehand hyzer, which is probably the better option here. For that, 300 A2. It's beat up pretty good, so it will flip up just a touch. I'm going to go 20 feet, 25 feet left. Oh wow, look at that. I'm going to swing 20, 25 feet left and let it dump back to the right. See that beautiful, I guess that's a hawk. It's pretty. Okay, not good. I wanted to start that one 25 or 30 foot left and let it sweep in. As you can probably see, it ended where I wanted it to start. Look at that hawk. Absolutely beautiful. And that, he's been eating well. I'm guessing, with him sitting up there, he's looking for lizards, mice. I don't know. I'm not going to bother him, and I know he won't bother me. Alright, so here's the situation. A2, absolutely the perfect shot. I did not execute the perfect shot. From back there, swung it out almost into those bushes, and here. What I should have done was start it here and let it sweep into the basket. No, couldn't do that. No. So, now I gotta make a putt. My putter of choice, 400G PA4. And just like that, saved the par. And I don't think the Hawk was too impressed by the sound of the chains. Alright, let me get scores caught up on my U-disc. Birdied 1, parred 2, birdied 3, parred 4, hole 5. According to this, hole 5 is 287 feet. You can see it down there on the other side of that tree, almost at the end of the little park here. 285, 290 feet. Pretty much straight shot. There is a tree down there, so you either want to be left of the tree or right of the tree, not directly in line with the tree. Alright, into a little bit of a headwind. Throwing a 400G Prodigy D6. My goal is to be to the right of that tree. So throw it, let it flip up, glide a little to the right, and then sit down. That's the game plan. Alright, that was the D6. We're into a pretty stiff headwind. It flipped up, flew straight and flat for a pretty decent while, but it started hyzering back out a little early. That disc is weird. It feels like it should have an extremely small rim, but it doesn't. It has a pretty big rim, but it's still very understable. I don't feel like I can get a perfect grip on it. A decent grip, but not a perfect grip. But you can see now what I'm talking about. You have that tree, you either want to be the long right, long left, short right, so that you actually have a decent putt. Alright, so I have 40 feet. Not a great putt at all, or not a great shot at all. Have about 40 feet from, back you up, from, you can see my disc there on the ground, to there's the basket. So, long putt again, 300 PA4. Alright, hole 6. About 280, 290. You can see the basket off in the distance, right about there in the shadows. Couple plays. The big hyzer around the outside, big anhyzer around the left side. Probably my play of choice is a flex forehand or a backhand that scoots underneath those trees. Just depends on what I'm feeling. This is the one. This is typically where I am, in these trees. Occasionally I'll get lucky and I'll get outside of the trees, but this is not a bad shot. In the trees, very low ceiling, really no hyzer line, no anhyzer line. The play is just something flat and smooth. So for me, 300 PA4. Extremely flat, like understable, it just works. I can crouch down low and get a nice pop on it. And just like that, another par. But I have learned that everything is dictated by your tee shot. If you have a great tee shot, then you're really thinking, okay, I can attack If you have a really bad tee shot, you get into par saving mode. But if for some reason, let's say you have a really bad tee shot, but an extremely good upshot or recovery shot, you may still be in that, depending on if it's par 4, par 5, or what have you, you may still be in that mode to where you can get the par or you can get the birdie. Here's hole 7, or yeah, 7. Tee pad is right here beside of me. Right here. The basket is not the short one here to the right, but the long one there straight ahead. It measures about 260, 265. Little right to left. So it felt good when I threw it a while ago. I think I'm going to throw 400 F7. Throw it flat over those trees or those little bushes there. Throw it with a little hyzer, let it pop up. Then the wind will take it. Twice today I've early released that disc. Alright, so Hawk is still there, by the way. Early released my F7. Came up quite a bit short and quite a bit left. Now looking at this, you would think you want to throw something big hyzer, sweep around, stick it right beside the basket. I don't think that's the play. I think the play is just a little bit, maybe a putter with a little hyzer to it. So 400G PA4. Got it a little further inside than I wanted. I nicked those tree limbs, but it worked out okay. I still say absolute best putters on the market. PA4, especially the 400G plastic. Alright, hole 8. You can probably see off in the distance the basket. Typically the play is to go around the outside, maybe around the left side, but typically the play is to go not straight through the middle, because it's about 200, maybe 215. I have had really good luck going through the middle with a putter. I've had good luck going around the outside with an overstable mid. But let's just see. Let's try 400 M3 Extreme hyzer. Oh, right in front of the basket. It had a chance. 400G PA4. Alright, hole 9. You can see the basket down there to the, a little bit to the right, kind of through those trees. You have a couple of options. There's obviously the big option, a big hyzer around the outside, straight up the middle. There's a path on the left hand side that is OB. So typically my play is air on the right side, not the left side. So for that, I typically throw an X3 forehand, but today 400G D4 on a forehand, I'm going to throw it to the right, so when it flexes and falls back to the right, I'll be on the other side of those trees. I'll have a clear shot. I won't have to go through those trees. Well, it's spiked down at the tree, so I'm not sure if I actually have a clear shot or not. I may have to get in there and squat down, but that was good. I mean, I felt like I threw it 60% and got almost all the distance. This hole was around 330, so probably threw it 300 on what I felt like was a 60 or 70% throw. Got the exact flight I was looking for, perfect amount of turn. It just started fading back a little too early, so I don't know, maybe my D4 is starting to get a little bit too seasoned, especially for forehand. Yeah, you can see kind of a pinched off lie. But there's options. To make it happen, 300 PA4, a little flick around the outside. And yes, I was trying to make it.